Hey there, Marco here and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into Tana and setting up a simple yet effective system to track your personal finances. You'll learn how to log your income and expenses and visualize them in a dedicated dashboard. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. The first step is setting up two Supertags, income and expense. Let's begin by configuring the income Supertag. First, you can customize its appearance. You can change the color if you'd like, and to make it more visually distinct, assign a custom icon. To do this, place your cursor on the Supertag name, open the command line with Command K on Mac or Control K on Windows, and search for Debug Supertag. Scroll down to the icon field and drag and drop your icon. From now on, all income nodes will be represented with this icon. Next, open the Content Template section and add the necessary fields. The first is Transaction Date. Set the field type to Date and enable Auto-Initialize to Date of Ancestor Day node, so that when you add an income entry on a daily page, the date is automatically retrieved from the Day node. Since this field will also be used for the Expense Supertag, make it discoverable to simplify reuse. Now, add the transaction amount. Set the field type to number and make it discoverable. After that, include party name, which I make discoverable and leave as plain text for flexibility. Now, it's worth noting that you have various options on which field type use, and the best one depends entirely on your preference. For example, if you know that the incomes you add come only from companies tracked using a company supertag, you can change the field type to Options from Supertag and insert the desired supertag to retrieve values. Alternatively, you can set the field type to Options, and instead of using predetermined options, you can use a search node to collect all the nodes that can serve as values for this field. For instance, if you track incomes from both companies and individuals, you can use a search node that queries all companies and people in your workspace. This way you can use both individuals and companies as party name. But I think the plain text option is the most versatile since it allows you to store simple text or reference other nodes by adding them with the @ sign. Finally, add transaction details, another plain text field where you can store additional nodes such as invoice numbers, and I make this discoverable as well. Now let's add some sample data. I set the transaction date to today, transaction amount to 1000, and for the party name I enter Acme Tech Solutions. In transaction details, I insert invoice 0010. To make this easier to read, let's build a dynamic node title. Open Advanced Options and build a title using the values stored in your fields. A good format would be the transaction amount, followed by the party name, which will automatically display all the relevant details. And by adding the currency symbol before the transaction amount makes everything clearer at a glance. Okay, now let's do the same for the expense supertag. Open its configuration panel, change the color if necessary, and add an appropriate icon just like we did before. For the fields, use the same ones as the income supertag: transaction date, transaction amount, party name, and transaction details. Let's enter some sample data to test it. I set the transaction date to today, transaction amount to 20, and for the party name I enter grocery. In transaction details, I can list out some items like milk, coffee, apples, tomatoes, pasta, and bread. To make it more structured, use the title building feature as we did for income. So the euro sign, followed by the transaction amount and the party name. Now that we have our Supertags set up, let's streamline the process of adding income and expenses with a single click. To do this, we need to create two custom commands. To create a custom command for adding income, write add income, then open the command line and search for convert to command node. The command we need is insert Tana paste. Click on add configuration and in the prompt enter dash space income space and the tag between double square brackets. Once done, close the configuration. Place the cursor on the command we just created, open the command line, and search for duplicate. Let's rename it to add expense, and modify the prompt in the insert Tana paste command by replacing income with expense. Now, to integrate these commands into our daily node, open the day Supertag configuration, expand AI and commands, and paste both commands into the compact menu field. And as you can see, now we have two commands that you can use to add incomes and expenses. Now, before creating a dedicated dashboard for our finances, I have to admit, these commands aren't the most visually appealing. That's why I like to enhance my commands by assigning custom icon and using the node description feature to personalize the tooltip that appears when I hover over them. To do this, just like we did with the Supertags, place the cursor on the command node, open the command line, and search for debug node. Then drag and drop the same icon used for the Supertags. For the final touch, I take the names of the command nodes and use them as their descriptions. To add a description to a node, simply press Ctrl+I. And that's it, we now have two beautiful customized commands ready to track our income and expenses. But if you prefer using more descriptive command names instead of icons, I recommend leveraging one of Tana's latest features, command menus. Let's turn our command descriptions into their names. Open the command line and search for convert to group. Move the commands we just created underneath this new group. And assign a proper icon and add a description like add a transaction. Now, remove the commands from the day tag and replace them with the newly created group. And there you have it, a clean, organized drop-down menu for adding your transactions. Finally, let's set up a personal finance dashboard where you can monitor everything in one place. Let's start by creating a node called Personal Finances. Under this, add the year, such as 2025, and then create nodes for each month. Let's start with January. Underneath January, I add 3 additional nodes: income, expense, and balance. Let's begin with income. First, we need to convert it into a search node. To do this, open the command line and search for convert to search node. Here I want to retrieve all nodes tagged as income with transaction dates set to any day in January. For this, I will use a regular expression. To use regex, you need to place the expressions between slashes. In this case, I'm looking for all incomes with a transaction date that includes 2025 as the year and 01 as the month. Now, we don't see anything because the incomes we added have a transaction date in February. However, if I change one of them to a date in January 2025, it will appear in our search node. Let's set an expense for a date in January as well. And now we will repeat the process for the expense section. This time, let's convert it to a search node and look for our expenses with the transaction date set to a day in January 2025. For the balance, I will do the same, but this time we want to retrieve any node tagged as income or expense with the transaction date set to a day in January 2025. Now I change the view of the income, expense and balance nodes to table. And then I right-click on the transaction amount column and calculate the sum. I know there is a problem here. We are adding the income amounts to the expenses, but we should subtract the expenses from the income. To do this, you need to store the transaction amount for the expenses as a negative number. This way you will be able to subtract the expenses from the income. Now I place the cursor on the January node, open the command line and switch the view to tabs. And now I can simply duplicate the node related to the month, change its name, and update the month in the regex used in each search node. Once all months are set, place the cursor on the node representing the year. Open the command line and change its view to side menu. Finally, position the cursor on the parent node, in this case Personal Finances, and set its view to tabs. And there you have it, a fully functional Personal Finances dashboard. And that's a wrap. As you can see, Tana is incredibly powerful when it comes to customizing your workspace, and I hope this tutorial helps you build an efficient personal finances hub. If it does, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Also, don't forget to follow me on X, Mastodon and Blue Sky, join my Discord server, and subscribe to my newsletter for more deep dives into productivity, knowledge management, and automation. All the links are below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. In the meantime, stay productive.